In this very short video, I'm going to explain alpha and beta in hypothesis testing. Let's start with the hypothesis example. And the non-hypothesis, namely H0, is that age does not correlate with the frequency of drinking soda. In contrast, the alternative hypothesis is that age does correlate with the frequency of drinking soda. Now let's look at what alpha and beta mean in hypothesis testing. The starting point is that assume that the non-hypothesis is true or is false. So there are two situations. Yes, either non-hypothesis is true or is false. If it's true, the correct action is that we should not reject. In contrast, if it's false, then we should reject. If we should not reject, but we end up rejecting the non-hypothesis, then we make a mistake, which is called type 1 error. In contrast, if the situation is that the non-hypothesis is false, and we should reject it, but we end up not reject it, then it's called beta, so-called type 2 error. Anytime we reject the non-hypothesis, it's called positive. And if we do not reject it, we call it negative. This is false positive, this is false negative. So this is the two phases here. In contrast, if it's not false positive, then it's true positive. Yeah, it's true negative. Sorry, my bad. It's a mouthful, I think. That's why. Okay, that's why I think this table is very important. So again, so if this is not false positive, then it's true negative. So 1 minus alpha is called true negative. It means that we're correctly not rejecting the non-hypothesis. So we should not reject and we do not reject. So it's called true negative. In contrast, if we should reject and we also reject, it's called true positive. So 1 minus beta is called true positive. So we're correctly rejecting the non-hypothesis. Also, notice that 1 minus beta, namely the true positive, has another name called power or statistic power. Okay, I know that this is a big mouthful, but basic idea is that I'm going to post this PDF. You can go to check the PDF if you want to make sure that you understand this, kind of follow the logic of the basic idea. I think this table definitely helps to put them together to have a framework to understand that. Okay, last component of this video is the common value. So alpha, commonly you can 0.05 or 0.01 or 0.10. Typically, the 0.05 is the commonly used. And notice that the alpha actually also there's another name called significant level. Yes. So in the p-value test, we usually set the p-value, the cut-off point at 0.05. So this is the cut-off point we use in terms of deciding whether we reject the non-hypothesis or not. For the power, namely 1 minus beta, typically we set the power, we're assuming that the power is 0.80. That means that we have 80% chance of correcting reject the false non-hypothesis. So here, typically we're assuming that this 1 minus beta is 0.80, namely 80% probability. That means that we have 80% probability of chance like correctly reject a false non-hypothesis. Okay, I think that's it. Hopefully this very short video is helpful in terms of how you understand alpha and beta in hypothesis testing. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below and I'll do my best to answer the questions you might have.